Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Wild 5 news video. Now this is another exciting one as we do have a first look of the Zwolle Groningen route, which is going to be coming soon, the first Dutch route in the game with the lovely Koplopper. So let's sort of flick through the little first look here. Let's see, so yeah, you've got the Koplopper there, sort of the main event. Then you've got the S&G Sprinter for a slightly more modern run. Okay, there we go. There's the Koplopper. Nice bit of interior there, action. Just a bit. I mean, look at that. Look at the cab there. It's just so bizarre but cool. And yeah, there's the S&G 3 Sprinter, which I'm sure will be probably a fairly easy drive. Probably the easier train to drive. Lovely. You got the new signalling systems as well. So additional contents. That'll be some sort of layer. If you have the DB Vectron, which comes from Frankfurt Fulda. Lovely, some more bits and pieces, a couple of layers, Groningen station, looking good. Of course, yeah, Dutch signalling, which is going to be fun to learn. Dutch countryside's very flat and straight. Cool, yeah, looking very good. Coming the 25th of March, there is your release date. So I mean that's not long at all. That's what, 11 days. So less than 2 weeks. Yeah, 25th of March. Right, we know about that. So Zwolle Groningen. There's the artwork there, looking spectacular. So whatever that is, marks the first Dutch route to arrive in Train World with 2 brand new trains and a new operator, NS. There's plenty to see, do and learn for both new and veteran Train World players. So there is the route. So yeah, you've got, very sort of straight. I'm sure this is probably like the high speed bit or high speed-ish bit. Look at that. So the first Dutch route, new signal, signage, PIS and ATB safety system. So you've got 8 stations, and I think it is a fairly long route as well. So I think something like the East Coast Main Line in the UK, where it's a long route, not many stations like that. The Netherlands sit against the coastline, bordered by Belgium to the south and Germany to the east. Players familiar with the Bremen-Oldenburg route will know that Groningen is just over 100 kilometres from Oldenburg, yet there is much to separate the respective railways operated between the two nations. There's the Koplopper. It comes in a 3-coach formation. The route covers 107 kilometres, which is quite a way, between the cities of Zwolle in the province of that place and Groningen in the province of Groningen, the capital of the north. The line between Zwolle and Groningen owes its lineage to the State Railways Construction Act of 1860, which would see the construction of Netherlands' first 3 major state-owned railway routes linking key large towns and cities. Zwolle to Meppel was part of the Line A, with Line C branching off at Meppel to continue towards Groningen via Assen. By 1870, the connection between Zwolle and Groningen was complete. Apologies for the pronunciations. I'm just saying them in probably, in the way I see them. There's the S&G Sprinter, or S&G 3. With the advance of time, the route has been periodically upgraded, not least of all in the 1970s with rebuilt stations and 1.5 kilovolts overhead electrification, a standard for Dutch railways. As of November 2023, the line through Hoogeveen station has been widened and realigned to increase the speed of intercity services. Cool. Zwolle station at the southern end of the route was designed by Nicholas Camperdijk and built by that guy in 1866. It is one of the 2 of those first-class waterstat stations in the country, awarded first class for its size. In 2023, the station served over 44,000 passengers. The station has a bike shed with spaces to eliminate 5,800 bicycles, one of the largest in the Netherlands. Bicycles are, of course, a huge part of Dutch culture and transportation. Cyclists can therefore be seen as occasional traffic through. Oh, wow. I mean, that's cool. I like that. So, yeah, you can see cyclists maybe also cycling along, like, the pavements and stuff, but maybe also getting on the trains. That would be quite... I mean, that's cool. Adds to the variety. There's the new CIS boards there. I'm sure, obviously I don't know, but are they good or are they bad? I mean, they look quite cool. Along the rest of the route, players will pass through the 6 intermediate stations adorned with NS signage in the Dutch language and unique PIS, as well as a unique trackside signage that will inform drivers of how to operate their trains along the route. OHLE and friends. One key difference with Dutch overhead line equipment is that it runs at 1.5 kV DC rather than the typical 15 or 25 kilovolts AC common across Germany. The lower DC voltages combined with the speeds trains run at generates much higher amperage than on typical OHLE. And the way the design compensates for this is by running double contact wires, increasing the surface area with the pantograph. This detail is represented throughout the length of the route. Now that is... yeah, there are 2 contact wires. Wow. Well, hello, look at that. That's a cool... that'd be a bit scary out there, wouldn't it, for those things? Yeah, there you go, that's cool. Is that collectible? Lastly, watch for one of the many fantastic and insightful cab ride videos of the route in reality, and there is an undeniable detail making a home on the Dutch route's bird's nest. Storks are a protected species in the Netherlands, having nearly died out in the mid-20th century, but conservation efforts have thankfully kept this from happening. Perhaps what people wouldn't expect, though, is with their resurgence in the wake of mass electrification, storks have taken it upon themselves to frequently nest atop the gantries of NS railway network. Wow, that is... oh, that's a cool detail. That is cool. First it's blimmin' pigeons on the North London line, and now storks. So the trains, so the Koplopper, which is probably the one, the iconic one, operating intercity trains with its uniquely styled cockpit is the ICM Koplopper. In 1977, the original 7 prototypes were run, none survive today. The first unit, 4011, was then delivered for regular service in 83. The ICM received the nickname Koplopper because it had what's called a walk-through head. The unique design of the ICM has their cabs located on the roof, which initially allowed through gangways between coupled sets. Refurbishment of the sets between 2006 and 2011 removed these gangways as they were deemed unreliable. With a designed top speed of 100 miles an hour, this train runs service speeds limited to 140 kilometers an hour, but they were tested to 180 kilometers an hour during development. Not like really quick then. Prototypes of the ICM were built and tested in 76 to 77, with the first train sets coming into service in 77. It has since become an iconic train for NS. I mean, yeah, it's cool. And yeah, the cab, yeah. It's in the roof. So then you've got the S&G Sprinter. It's also included as the S&G Sprinter. The Sprinter new generation train sets are part of the CAF Civity family of regional passenger trains and were introduced to replace the older push-pull locomotive hauled services. In March 2015, NS allowed travellers and staff to choose possible interiors. Interesting parties could choose from 3 interiors with seats for the first and second class and folding seats. The results have been an important factor in the interior choices of the new Sprinters. Initially, the S&G trains had a dark blue front. While this colour met EU standards, the combination of the dark colour and large window made it difficult to see the train at level crossings. So NS would repaint 150 trains. Right, cool. So gameplay, signalling and timetable. So yeah, there's lots of new bits and pieces. So you've got the ATB safety system, which yeah, you can see it goes through there. Signalling and infrastructure, again, different signage. Is that some sort of, I assume that's like stop markers, or maybe not. Cool. Lovely, yeah, just going through the different signage on there. Timetables and scenarios. So a varied timetable, there's 339 playable services. Also conductor mode. And there's half hourly in each direction for the ICM. Look at that. Cool. S&G free services will run Zwolle to Groningen stopping. And those places, these patterns run half hourly on average. So there's going to be a fair amount of bits and pieces then. And they will have conductor, or some of them will have conductor mode as well. There's ECS moves. The ICM has over 150 services, and the S&G free over 170. Additional service layers are quite important if you want to get the full experience. So let's see. Freight services, 2 playable freight services by the DB Vectron from Frankfurt Fulda, and it hauls stuff from Dresden, Riga Dresden. What else we got? Oh, the Zwolle G6. You can have that as well. So yeah, these are if you want all of the bits and pieces. The G6 Shunter, Riesa Dresden, Frankfurt Fielder, the BR155, that's the one for Rüsselsheim Nord, Nord and Reimer Austin. And there's been a free update for the DB Vectron, which supports Dutch signalling, screen updates, bits and pieces like that. Cool. Fubian. Well, that's nice. So he's updated it to incorporate that. Cool. I'll leave the full article if you want to go through it all. But this comes out 25th of March, and it's going to cost £32.99. So a higher price than usual for Dovetail Games routes. Usually they are £29.99, and then sort of the Just Trains, Train Sim Germany, because those routes are special. They're usually a bit more. And it's going to be a Dutch regional edition. But yeah, it seems the price of this is £32.99. So do comment below, what do you think about that? A slight increase in the price, but then I suppose it is completely new country. They probably had to do a lot more research than usual. Basically I'd imagine a lot more effort has gone into this route than usual because, well, it's completely new country. So that's probably why the price is slightly higher. But yeah, do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Are you looking forward to this route? Will you be getting it coming out on the 25th of March? Apart from that, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And if you are watching this as this video comes out, in about half hour's time, we will be kicking off the Ambassador's Penzance Inverness trip. So do go and check that out. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.